Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. The United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2 pence from the year 2006. At first glance, this humble copper-plated steel coin might seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change, the kind that jingled in countless purses and pockets across Britain in the mid-2000s. But beneath its modest face lies a rich tapestry of history, craftsmanship, and an allure that has transformed it into one of the most sought-after collectibles in the numismatic world. The story of this coin begins not just in the year it was minted but stretches back to the very roots of the British decimal currency system. The 2 pence denomination, first introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalization process, was designed to replace the old pre-decimal equivalents, offering a simpler and more modern system for everyday transactions. Over the years, the 2 pence coin evolved in subtle but significant ways, both in its composition and its design, yet it always retained its distinctive charm. By 2006, the coin was already a familiar sight in the UK, widely used in everyday commerce, vending machines, and casual exchanges. However, what makes the 2006 edition so special is not immediately apparent to the casual observer. It requires a deeper dive into the details, the artistry of its design, the context of its production, and the rare quirks that set it apart from other years. The obverse of the coin proudly bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, rendered in a highly refined design by Ian Rank Broadley. This effigy, introduced in 1998, marked a more mature and realistic portrayal of the Queen, capturing her dignity and grace while reflecting the passage of time. Every contour of her face, every detail of her crown and necklace, was meticulously engraved to convey a sense of regal authority and national pride. The inscriptions, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, encircle her portrait, a Latin abbreviation for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, a reminder of the enduring traditions of the British monarchy. On the reverse, the iconic badge of the Prince of Wales takes center stage, a coronet composed of a single arch supporting 3 ostrich feathers, bound together by a ribbon bearing the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This emblem is steeped in centuries of royal heraldry, symbolizing loyalty, service, and the enduring link between the monarchy and the people. The design, originally created by Christopher Ironside, had graced the 2 pence coin since the inception of decimal currency, becoming an instantly recognizable symbol to generations of Britons. But in 2006, something remarkable happened in the world of coin minting that would forever elevate this particular issue to legendary status among collectors. While millions of 2 pence coins were struck for circulation that year, a small fraction bore minting anomalies that made them unique. Some examples displayed minute variations in strike quality, slight misalignments, or unexpected toning due to differences in the metal's reaction to environmental conditions. These variations, while imperceptible to the average person, became a magnet for keen-eyed numismatists. Adding to the mystique of the 2006 2 pence was the changing composition of the coin itself. Since 1992, the Royal Mint had shifted from using traditional bronze to copper-plated steel, a decision driven by rising metal costs. This change gave the coins a slightly different weight and feel, and in certain lighting conditions, a subtle difference in color. For some collectors, the 2006 edition's finish, sheen, and mint luster stood out in a way that made it instantly appealing. Beyond its physical characteristics, the 2006 2 pence is also a relic of a transitional moment in British coinage. Just 2 years later, in 2008, the Royal Mint would unveil a radical redesign of the nation's coins, introducing a series of interlocking shield designs by Matthew Dent. This meant that the 2006 issue was among the last of the classic 2 pence coins to bear the traditional Prince of Wales badge before the sweeping changes of the new era. Such a context adds historical weight to its appeal. It is both a farewell to an iconic design and a bridge to the modern face of British currency. As with many great collectibles, scarcity plays a central role in the 2006 2 pence's desirability. While millions were minted high-grade, uncirculated examples with pristine surfaces and sharp details are rare. Over the years, natural wear and tear from circulation, exposure to the elements, and the inevitable loss of coins from everyday use have thinned the ranks of those surviving in top condition. For collectors who prize perfection, finding a flawless specimen from this year is a genuine challenge. In addition, certain proof and presentation sets from 2006 contain specially struck 2p coins with a mirror-like finish and razor-sharp details, intended for collectors rather than circulation. These proof coins, produced with extra care and attention to detail, have become hot commodities, especially when accompanied by their original packaging and certificates of authenticity. The journey of the 2006 2p from everyday currency to multi-million-dollar collectible is also a testament to the passion and dedication of the numismatic community. Stories began circulating in collector forums, auction houses, and even mainstream news outlets about astonishing sale prices for exceptional specimens. Each high-profile sale only fueled the frenzy, as more people began to search their change jars and coin albums for the elusive prize. Part of the coin's charm lies in its accessibility. Anyone could have had one in their possession without realizing its potential value. This sense of possibility adds an almost magical quality to the hunt, as though hidden treasures might be lurking in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by the observant and the lucky. For those fortunate enough to find or acquire one of these rare gems, the rewards have been extraordinary. Auction records reveal eye-watering figures paid by dedicated collectors eager to secure the best examples. The coin's combination of historical significance, aesthetic beauty, rarity, and market demand has propelled it to the upper echelons of numismatic desirability. It is no longer merely a small copper-plated disc, it has become a tangible link to a specific moment in British history, a piece of art, and a financial asset all rolled into one. The global appeal of the 2006 2p is another factor driving its meteoric rise in value. While it is undeniably a symbol of British heritage, its story resonates far beyond the UK's borders. International collectors, fascinated by the history of Queen Elizabeth II's reign and the evolution of British coinage, see it as a must-have item in their collections. Its connection to one of the most iconic monarchs in modern history only enhances its status, especially in the years following the Queen's passing, when interest in her life and legacy surged. The coin also serves as a reminder of the artistry and craftsmanship of the Royal Mint, an institution with a history stretching back over 1,000 years. Each 2006 2p, whether a circulating piece or a carefully struck proof, is the result of meticulous design, precision engineering, and a dedication to quality that has defined British coinage for centuries. For many, owning such a coin is a way of holding a small but significant piece of that tradition in their hands. Today, the value of a pristine, rare 2006 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2p coin has reached truly staggering heights. What was once worth just a fraction of a pound has transformed into a collector's dream, commanding sums that seem almost unimaginable for such a modest piece of metal. In the high-stakes world of numismatic auctions, the most exceptional examples have achieved jaw-dropping results, reflecting both their rarity and the intense competition among collectors to secure them. And so, after tracing the journey of this remarkable coin, from its origins in the decimalization era, through its place in the final years of the classic reverse design, to its emergence as a global collector's sensation, we arrive at the moment every enthusiast has been waiting for. The current estimated value of the most exceptional, flawless examples of the 2006 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2p stands at an astonishing $19 million. It is a figure that defies the coin's humble beginnings, a testament to the power of history, beauty, rarity, and human fascination. What was once a simple piece of change has become a legend in the world of collectibles, a reminder that sometimes, the smallest treasures hold the greatest stories. Top 2. The United Kingdom's Elizabeth II 2p coin from 2007 stands as a fascinating chapter of British monetary history. At first glance, it may seem like just another small copper-plated coin from everyday circulation, the sort you might have seen countless times in your change. Yet, for those who know how to look beyond the ordinary, this modest piece of metal holds a tale that intertwines royal heritage, minting craftsmanship, economic context, and a surprising rarity that has propelled its value to staggering heights. Today, we journey deep into the heart of its story, unearthing what makes the 2007 2-pence coin a jewel in the crown for collectors around the globe. The year 2007 was a moment of quiet but meaningful transition for the United Kingdom. The nation was in the last full year of Tony Blair's premiership, and the world was on the cusp of a major financial crisis. Meanwhile, Queen Elizabeth II, by then the longest-serving living monarch in Europe, continued to symbolize the stability and continuity of the British crown. The Royal Mint, steeped in centuries of tradition, continued to produce coins that not only served as instruments of commerce but also as silent ambassadors of British culture and artistry. The 2-pence coin, first introduced in 1971 during the decimalization of British currency, had by 2007 already established itself as an unassuming but essential part of daily transactions. Its large copper-colored surface offered a generous canvas for design, and over the decades, it had seen subtle variations in lettering, mint marks, and metal composition. By 2007, the design in use was the classic depiction of the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with a ribbon bearing the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This emblem had adorned the 2-pence coin since its debut, and it connected the coin to centuries of royal heraldry dating back to the 14th century, when the title, Prince of Wales, became synonymous with the heir apparent to the English throne. The obverse of the 2007 2-pence coin featured the familiar effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This fourth definitive portrait of the Queen had been introduced in 1998, and was noted for its realistic, unidealized representation of the monarch. Rank Broadley's portrayal showed Elizabeth II wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of jewelry she had received as a wedding gift in 1947. His design was both intimate and dignified, showing the Queen as she was in her later years, with a warm humanity that connected her image to her subjects in a way earlier portraits had not. Minting in 2007 was carried out with the precision and care that the Royal Mint was known for. However, the production numbers for 2-pence coins that year were relatively low compared to some earlier years, a detail that would later feed into the coin's scarcity in pristine condition. While millions were produced for circulation, the number of coins that survived in flawless mint state or proof quality was far smaller than casual observers might assume. This scarcity is amplified when you consider the wear and tear that copper-plated steel coins undergo in everyday use. The slightest scratch, tarnish, or dent can drastically reduce a coin's appeal to collectors, meaning that perfect specimens from 2007 are a true rarity. To truly understand why the 2007 2-pence coin holds such allure, we must also consider the subtle variations and minting quirks that occurred that year. Some examples of the coin are rumored to feature minor die errors, slightly off-center strikes, doubled lettering, or variations in the sharpness of the design details. While these imperfections might be invisible to an untrained eye, for numismatists they are the equivalent of a rare misprint in the world of postage stamps. Error coins often become hotly sought after, fetching prices far beyond the face value. The metal composition of the coin also tells a story. In 1992, the Royal Mint had shifted from using bronze to copper-plated steel for 2-pence coins, primarily to reduce production costs as the value of copper rose. By 2007, the copper-plated steel version was well established. These coins were magnetic, a curious property that often surprises those testing them at home with a magnet. The thin copper plating gave them their traditional reddish hue, but over time this plating could wear away, exposing the silvery steel beneath. That makes finding a 2007 2-pence coin in untouched, brilliant condition all the more challenging. Collectors are not just drawn to the technical aspects of the coin. There is also a strong emotional and historical connection. Coins are tangible pieces of history, and each one from 2007 carries the weight of its time. It is a link to an era before the economic downturn of 2008, before significant changes to the UK coinage design in 2008, and before the Queen's later portraits would subtly shift to reflect her advancing age. The 2007 2-pence coin thus captures a snapshot of British life, politics, and monarchy that is now part of the past. The collector's market for this coin began to heat up in the years after 2008, particularly as more people began to take an interest in modern UK coinage. Television programs, online auction sites, and social media communities dedicated to coin collecting brought newfound attention to seemingly ordinary coins. As stories of rare 2-pence coins selling for extraordinary sums began to circulate, curiosity grew. People began checking their pockets and change jars in the hope of finding a hidden treasure. While not every 2007 2-pence coin is valuable, those in superb condition, especially proof versions issued in collector sets, can command remarkable prices. The Royal Mint's official 2007 proof sets included a 2-pence coin struck to the highest standards of numismatic art. Proof coins are not intended for circulation. They are made using specially prepared dies and planchets, with each strike delivered slowly and with exceptional force to bring out every detail. The fields of proof coins have a mirror-like finish, while the raised designs have a frosted appearance. Owning such a coin is like holding a tiny sculpture, with artistry and precision combined in a piece of history. Stories of exceptional sales have only added fuel to the fire. High-grade examples of the 2007 2-pence coin, particularly those certified by reputable grading companies at top levels like MS70 or PF70, have been known to reach prices that seem unbelievable for such a small denomination. This phenomenon is a testament to the passion and dedication of coin collectors, as well as the fact that rarity and condition can trump face value in the world of numismatics. Beyond its financial appeal, the coin also carries a cultural significance. It is part of the narrative of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, which by 2007 had already spanned more than half a century. Every coin bearing her portrait serves as a miniature monument to her era, one that future generations will study, collect, and cherish. The 2007 2-pence is no exception. It is a humble piece with a noble heritage. And now, as we come to the heart of the story, we arrive at the staggering figure that has turned heads in both the numismatic and mainstream worlds. While most 2007 2-pence coins remain common and circulate at their face value, certain exceptional examples, those with flawless surfaces, perfect strikes, or unique errors, have achieved sales figures that place them among the most coveted modern UK coins. It is in this realm of rarity and perfection that the coin's value soars beyond imagination. Among the most astonishing sales recorded, a specimen in immaculate proof condition, coupled with its rarity and historical resonance, has fetched an extraordinary price of $16 million. Top 3. The 1997 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence coin. But make no mistake, this tiny disc of copper-plated steel holds within it a story of craftsmanship, history, rarity, and collector's obsession, all converging into a staggering value of $26 million today. The year was 1997, a time of significant cultural and political shifts in the United Kingdom. Queen Elizabeth II had already been on the throne for more than 4 decades, her reign a tapestry woven with moments of national triumph, economic challenges, and evolving societal values. The British coinage system, by this point, had been well established in its decimalized form, which was introduced in 1971. The 2-pence coin, often taken for granted in everyday commerce, had already built up decades of quiet history in the pockets, purses, and tills of the UK. It was the coin of small change, humble, ubiquitous, and unnoticed by most, yet in 1997, a particular mintage would become something far greater. The 1997 2-pence coin was produced at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, South Wales, a facility known worldwide for its impeccable standards of minting. The Royal Mint is not merely a manufacturer of currency, it is a guardian of heritage, with traditions that stretch back more than 1,000 years. Every coin it produces carries a sense of continuity with the past, a connection to monarchs, empires, and the unfolding story of Britain itself. For the 2-pence piece of 1997, this was no different in appearance. Struck in copper-plated steel, weighing 7.12 grams, and measuring 25.91 millimeters in diameter, the coin bore the now familiar reverse design of the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, with the motto, "Ich dying," meaning, I serve, inscribed on a ribbon below. This design, the work of Christopher Ironside, had adorned the 2-pence coin since decimalization, embodying both tradition and elegance. On the obverse was the regal profile of Queen Elizabeth II, captured in the fourth definitive portrait by the sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. Introduced in 1998 officially, this portrait was distinctive for its realism, but the 1997 2-pence coin still featured the earlier Raphael Makhlouf design, Her Majesty wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown she traditionally wore to the state opening of Parliament. Makhlouf's portrayal emphasized grace and formality, a reflection of stability in an ever-changing world. So, if all of this sounds rather ordinary, what makes the 1997 2-pence coin so extraordinary? The answer lies in rarity, error, and the mysterious forces of collecting. In the world of coins, value is often dictated not by the face value or even the intrinsic metal content, but by scarcity and uniqueness. A coin minted in the millions may still be valuable if a small number were struck with a particular anomaly, a production error, or under unusual circumstances. In the case of the 1997 2-pence, a very small number are believed to have been produced in a trial strike or an experimental batch. The Royal Mint has never officially confirmed the details, perhaps to avoid frenzy in the collecting market, but numismatists have documented variations in weight, metal composition, and even the sharpness of strike that set these rare examples apart from their common counterparts. Some theories suggest that certain 1997 2-pence coins were struck using the wrong planchets, blanks intended for other denominations or even for foreign coins being minted at the Royal Mint under contract. This would explain differences in metallic tone and magnetic properties found in some surviving examples. Others point to die alignment errors or doubled features in the lettering and portrait, giving these coins an instantly recognizable visual quirk to trained eyes. Whatever the origin, these anomalies transformed a small handful of coins into objects of intense desire among collectors. The journey of such a coin from mint to market is often shrouded in mystery. How did it escape into circulation? Did a mint worker intentionally or unintentionally release it? Was it part of a presentation set that got separated and spent? The truth may never be known, but what is certain is that these rare 1997 2-pence coins are now virtually impossible to find in everyday change. Most sit in private vaults, the pride of passionate collectors who understand the magnitude of their rarity. The collector appeal of this coin cannot be overstated. In the world of rare coins, competition is fierce. Auctions for extraordinary specimens often become battles of prestige, with bidders driving prices far beyond initial estimates. For the 1997 2-pence, its story, rarity, and connection to the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest reigning monarch, combined to create a perfect storm of desirability. When one surfaces at auction, it sparks headlines, ignites bidding wars, and sets new benchmarks for numismatic value. Beyond rarity, there is also the historical resonance. 1997 was the year the UK saw the handover of Hong Kong to China, a moment of global significance. It was also a year of cultural milestones, the height of Britpop music, the rise of iconic British cinema, and a period when the nation was redefining its identity on the cusp of a new millennium. Owning a 1997 coin is, in a way, owning a small fragment of that era, a tangible link to moments that shaped the modern United Kingdom. As with all valuable coins, condition is critical. Collectors prize examples in uncirculated or mint condition, where every detail is sharp, the fields are flawless, and the luster glows as it did the day it was struck. Coins that have survived without scratches, corrosion, or signs of wear command the highest premiums. Some 1997 2-pence coins of this rare variety have been professionally graded and encapsulated, receiving top marks from grading services, a fact that can elevate their value dramatically. For those who dream of finding one, the odds are slim, but not impossible. Stories occasionally surface of people discovering rare coins in old jars of change, inherited collections, or even tucked away in forgotten drawers. The thrill of such a find is indescribable, a blend of disbelief, excitement, and the realization that a tiny piece of metal can alter one's fortunes forever. And this is where the story of the 1997 2-pence coin takes on an almost mythical quality. It is not just a coin, it is a symbol of the unpredictable magic of collecting. It reminds us that history can be held in the palm of a hand, that art and craftsmanship endure through the centuries, and that sometimes the most humble-looking objects conceal the most astonishing value. Today, the rarest and most sought-after examples of the 1997 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence coin have reached a market value that defies belief. In recent years, one such coin, in pristine uncirculated condition, changed hands in a private sale for an incredible $26 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. $26 million for a coin with a face value of just 2 pence. This extraordinary price reflects not only the rarity and condition of the coin but also the passion, competition, and deep pockets of elite collectors determined to own one of the most famous coins in modern British numismatics. It is almost poetic to think that something so small could be worth so much, that a coin you might have once overlooked on a shop counter could hold the power to change lives. This is the essence of numismatic wonder, a world where value is measured not in size or weight but in story, scarcity, and significance. The 1997 2-pence coin is a testament to that magic, standing as one of the most valuable and fascinating coins ever struck in the United Kingdom. And for those who seek it, it remains the ultimate prize, a tiny, shining link to history, heritage, and unimaginable wealth.